Okay, fantastic. So, so just to cover off, the baby that you'll see at the top of the screen is actually the baby that I was talking about in the story earlier. So that is Max. So I thought it would be quite interesting for you to see, yeah, and just to be able to sort of put that into context and understand it is a real life story that I was talking about and referring to earlier. So there's that. And there's some other photos I wanted to share with you. I'm going to move about a little bit. If you look at the photo, which is in the middle, just below Max, you will see myself with a rather tall gentleman accepting an award. And this was probably one of the biggest highlights of my career to date. And this is me collecting an award for Women in Sales back in 2018. And this was Women in Sales Awards, which some of you may have heard of, but it is something that is global. But I actually was nominated for Women in Sales for Europe. It was quite a lengthy process over about, it went on for about 5 months. And I had to submit lots of things about my studies, my work, my ethics, present to different committees. It was a very long process, but it was absolutely worth it. And at the end of it, I attended an event in London where we were to hear who had won the different awards. There were about 6 different categories. And much to my astonishment, I actually won the award for Europe, so for Women in Sales Award for Europe. And I was competing not just with other women in financial services, but women across different sectors such as technology, science, construction, pharmaceutical. I could go on. And so that was quite, yeah, that was definitely a highlight for me and quite a shock, but I was really proud of that. So that's the first sort of story. Can you all hear me okay, by the way?
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, good. So yeah, and I think for me, just on that last point, it really sort of was the end result of many years hard work and determination and adversity as well, dealing with lots of things, you know, there's often sexism as well, which I'm sure many of the speakers this afternoon will have experienced. So it was a very emotional evening and something that I'm very proud of. You can actually see the award just behind me, which I look at every day. So a bit cheesy, but there we go. Some other pictures on here, you'll see bottom right, there's me top right and some other gentlemen in that picture. It's not a great photo, but this is me helping to co-host, present at the Women in Protection first awards and day event conference that they did. This was a committee that was set up a couple of years ago now, just to recognise all of the wonderful women that work in protection, and also about encouraging young women and females and girls to get into financial services, whether that's school leavers, graduates, young mums, etc. And I was fortunate enough to be able to host one of the sessions of the day. So that was great. How much time have I got? I could talk for hours. So
how about one more minute? One more minute.
Okay. Top left is me with a party hat on and a cake with my boss at the time, Nick, and that is us celebrating 10 years of AIG Life. And I have been here since the beginning, since before we even launched to the market. And again, a very emotional day. And that was just recognising all of our hard work and efforts and the market share that we have grown, that I feel that I have been fundamental part of, and really proud of all of the successes and everything we've achieved there. So you can see the 10 as a balloon in the background there. Bottom left, last picture that I'll cover off. Some of you may know who this is. This is Sir Clive Woodward, OBE. He is a former English rugby union player and coach, and he was coach of the England team from 1997 to 2004, managing them to victory in the 2003 Rugby World Cup. He attended our Quality Awards, which again is something that we launched about 3 years ago now, and that was to show that we're not just about recognising volume and hitting targets, but it is about ensuring that we're encouraging the right type of business and he was one of our guest speakers, and I was co-hosting that event that afternoon with big industry leaders. And again, just a really poignant moment in my career, and something I'm also very proud of.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Holly. What I love too is the connection of the people aspect. So starting from your story before of what inspired you in the career that you have, but then also then tying it to the team around you and to the people you get a chance to work with every day. It's amazing how much this is something that's a core part of our enjoyment of what we do in life. And we sometimes forget that. We talk about the job itself, but it's really the people we surround ourselves and the people we help every day.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.